particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Bunch formation for these receivers. Hand off from the shotgun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Gonna run it. It's Wilkins. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Payne. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Grab behind the line. It's Westbrook. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps. He's good against bubble screens, and he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Throwing on the run. It's complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, they've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
You know, as an offense, that's why you just run the ball on 3rd and inches like that, because even if you don't get it, you now set yourself up in 4th and inches and give another shot. But you try to get cute, you try to get fancy, you want to throw the ball on 3rd and inches, now you take a sack, and now you have to punt.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Looking for a man. It's Payne. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Might be calling a hot route. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quick strike complete. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top. He's looking deep. Caught at the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. They'll go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Steps away. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line, but 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a third down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He's got it for the 2. Found his man on the fake, and they take the lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try to get outside. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking to pass. It's Payne. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. Good call. Good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And that's good enough. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll try the left side. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. They go to the wide receiver screen. The tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
They'll leave it with him. Spins away from the defense. And he's still running after the move. He's loose. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Saunders. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these...
Pulls it in down the middle. Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Extra point here will give them the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Alabama. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. It's a draw. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Line gets set. First down. Slithers into space. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Here's the handoff. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Payne. Still looking, on the move. Finds a man on the right. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Saunders. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for us. Looking deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gives it on the option. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back can get some positive yards.
And the Tigers come to the line on 30 short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to drive ahead on 30 short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into 4th down. Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on 4th. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Here comes the heat. Caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the 1st half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
The sure hands, it's Westbrook. Turning it on. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they business.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
A first down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Clemson is quick to the line. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Coming out with it, it's Saunders. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. On the run, fires downfield. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Clemson. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Saunders. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. He unleashes a long one. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. High the chains now on 2nd and long.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Payne. He's got it on the move. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he missed it. No good. And despite the missed field goal, the lead still at 16 points.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
He wants to change this route. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Moves away as he feels pressure. And the throw out to the sideline for just a few yards. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Caught near the sticks. It's Key. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll take the deep shot. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Hold and fired complete. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, he's making it look easy out there, snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
They've got the screen set up. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that. Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
They'll give it to him again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
And this offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
They got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back to throw, it's Payne. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Wants to go up top on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy.
He's going for the big play. Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. They're going to run it. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Makes the grab. And he will score! Touchdown, Arizona State!
And listen, if I have a playmaker running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Pulls it in. It's Wilkins. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
To the air, it's Payne. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QBs. And getting to the football.
Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here and make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Takes the handoff. It's Wilkins. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
To the air, it's Payne. Oh, they're after him. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. Fakes the grab. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they liked...
He lets one fly deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards, because everything's been difficult today.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's quick. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Sun Devils in the hurry-up. Back to pass. Trying to barrel in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And look at the quarterback. Look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. There at Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Alabama. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Looking to scramble. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Firing to the right, complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And now on second down for this offense. Send the tight end in motion. The give as they work on that clock. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got...
There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple of minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win. But they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. Turns it on at midfield. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. And the Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Got it in the middle, it's key. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted deep in his own end. Brought down inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 after that interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake.
Trying to take it back. Got the first down. Looking for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Right back to the well. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
It'll be third and long. Dropping back, it's Payne. unloads it left. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. He'll start this drive going to the air. They get to him as he throws. Oh, what a play! It's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play. And
looking for a huge play. Wide open, he makes the catch. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Saunders. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'll go to the air. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays.
Going over the top. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To the air on first down. Dances away to buy time. Finds space on the right. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team if they play like that. Moving forward,